Okay, so I decided sort of after the fact that I want to add some ribbons to this border on my pocket. So since this pocket, we're not going to see the inside of it really once it's attached to the bag. So these lines of stitching are of no consequence. I don't really care that they're going to show, it's fine. So I decided to attach some Renaissance ribbons. These are by Tula Pink, and got one with scissors and one with a measuring tape, and they came in this pack. This is the Night colorway. This is by Renaissance Ribbons. These were provided by Edith of Renaissance Ribbons before she handed the company over to Pink Door Fabrics. So as some of you know, I was a Renaissance Ribbons affiliate. I don't know yet whether or not Pink Door Fabrics is going to continue that relationship. I don't know if they're going to be making kits for my slow alongs. We don't know yet. Basically, this handover just happened a few days ago, so we haven't had a chance to work that out. So stay tuned, and if that continues, I will let you all know. But thanks to Edith for this. She gave this to me quite a while ago. It took me some time to decide how to use these, because I love them so much. You know how you just want to hold on to the fabric and the things that you love, and I just decided they'll be perfect for this bag. So to do this, I am going to use ByAnnie's basting tape. I like this basting tape in particular for two reasons. One, it's very, very strong, and two, it's super skinny. So you don't want to sew through this, but it's so skinny, it's easy to avoid sewing through it. So you got to sort of plan ahead where you're going to be sewing and try not to put the tape there. It's pretty easy. So I decided that I want my ribbons to be centered on this pocket A border right here. So the first thing I did was I measured the height of this border from the edge where I folded it down to the top edge right by the top stitching by the zipper, the very top edge of the border. So I measured that, and then I marked a pencil line in the center. Okay, now this is a little bit slightly complicated because I'm adding two ribbons. So I decided that I want them to be butted right up against each other in the center. So what I did next was I measured the height of these two ribbons together, and then I marked a line where the top of this whole sort of ribbon assembly is going to fall out. So I made sure I'm going to have the same amount of space here and the same amount of space here. So I measured the height of my two ribbons together, and then I cut that measurement in half and marked a line that distance up from my center line. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to put some basting tape on here so I can temporarily attach the ribbons. Okay, so I have one piece of basting tape here. I'm going to just peel the paper off, and then I'm going to align the ribbon that I want at the top. I'm going to align the very top edge of it with my upper marked line. Okay, I'm actually going to go and trim this because I want the one to be showing. Because this, I'm pretty sure, let me check. Yeah, this is an accurate ruler. So if I can get it on here, it'll actually be a usable ruler, which is kind of handy. So I'm just going to trim that real quick. Okay, so I've got the first ribbon held in place with the basting tape. And before I go any further, I just want to take a look at this, make sure everything is level. It's all even, especially because I'm using striped fabric. If something's off, it would really draw attention to it. Okay, if I'm happy with how that looks, next I'm going to attach another piece of basting tape. And again, try to plan ahead so that when you sew along the edges of the ribbon, you won't be sewing through the basting tape. Okay. Okay, so I have my second piece of basting tape here, and now I'm going to take the second ribbon and I'm going to butt the top edge of it up against the bottom edge of the first piece of ribbon. Just like that. Okay, and I'm just going to trim off the excess from over here. And the last thing I'm going to do is I am going to top stitch along the top edge and the bottom edge of each piece of ribbon. some people like to use a clear thread monofilament for this. If you do that, you do have the option of using a zigzag, and you could just zigzag so you're catching the bottom of this piece and the top of this piece all in one shot here. Or you can just, what I like to do is pick a thread that matches the ribbon really well and just top stitch along the edges. Okay, so those are top stitched down, and I just trimmed the edges even with the edges of my pocket. So that's a nice, quick, easy way to sort of fancy up your bag. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.